Hey, what's going on, everyone? Okay. What's going on? Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, there we go. What's up, Cold T? Hey, Sharon. Hey, what's up, guys? Right? I still gotta check out your video. I haven't gotten to it, but I think that was like 40 minutes, you know? We're gonna hop in this. We're just gonna wait a second for people to hop in. Hey, I appreciate that, Julia. Thanks. I'll have some more, you know, Apoc style breakdowns coming soon on all this stuff, because this stuff is crazy, man. You know, crazy. All right. Well, man, the yeah, their pages. We got like a bunch of them. There's so many of them. But I got what's this one? This one got pre-workout in it. Just give me that energy, you know. And then of course we gotta hydrate, just regular water. But yeah, and I love that name. Hey, Janelle. Janelle's in here? Wow, cool. Sweet. Hey, Janelle, I message you on Instagram. That's actually you. I message you on Instagram. Hit me up. Down to have you in here if that's really you. Sorry. I'm on my phone. You guys can hear me good, right? Everyone can hear me good? Anytime that just shows it's outrageous discussing someone else's life this way is wrong. Oh yeah. It's messed up too because like Janelle didn't even really like dive deep into anything. She just kind of just said some stuff. It wasn't too crazy, and then I guess that set JesssFam off because, man, like what the hell? Cool. Okay, I think we can get started then. But so I uploaded this earlier today, which by the way I did get Snap Janelle's live that she went on today. I have that up recorded already. It's not up on my channel yet. I'm gonna post it tomorrow morning because that's what we're gonna do. I actually was gonna do a live on discussing Karen and Qua, but I don't know. I feel like talking about this more. We'll get to that tomorrow. I'll probably stream them that tomorrow on Karen and Qua. I'll throw up Janelle's live. But today, this is what we're doing. Hey, Natchan, how's it going? Just can't handle anyone talking negatively about her. She has to defend herself. I know, it's so weird too, because this is giving me major vibes from when those three girls were just expressing themselves and giving their opinions on their Instagram live and just like went after them. It feels like the same thing, to be honest. Jess doesn't like confrontation. Yeah, she doesn't. Apparently she doesn't. Apparently she doesn't like confrontation, but well, maybe if you have like, you know, thousands of fans that will back you up and send, you know, give you affirmations, all the affirmations that you want and more, and then weaponize your community, because you're damn right. People from JesssFam's community went over and gave her grief for it. You know what I mean? Not to mention JesssFam talks about twisting things, but it definitely sounds like she twisted some stuff herself. Nobody twists things. We literally post exactly what JesssFam says, and she says we twist them. It's crazy. The devil works hard, but Apoc works hard. Oh my god. Yeah. We're here to dethrone the devil, you know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Janelle, Instagram, I message you. Let's get this going. Let's do it live. Hey, what's up, Father? Yeah, I saw your comments. Again, I think everyone is good to express themselves and how they feel, but let's make sure we're being better than they are. Of course, give them that grief. You know what I mean? Give them the grief they deserve. Absolutely. Well, I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm here because I don't feel good. Maybe I will get myself busy people trauma. Yeah. Okay. So sorry you don't feel good. Hopefully you feel better. But so we're going to be talking about this thing over here, JesssFam, and she went off on one of her friends, well, her ex-friends or whatever. I don't think it's a good idea to be friends with JesssFam. Let me tell you, I don't think it's a good thing. And by the way, I kind of took like a small little break from YouTube for a few days because I don't know. There's a lot of work that comes into this stuff. So I just took a break, spent it with the time with the family, and now I'm back at it. I'm probably going to be doing a nice handful of streams coming up because I'm really, really busy with that new Karen and Kwa video. So, and it's huge. Like, it's going to blow your guys' minds. I know I've already debunked their miscarriages, but there's still so much more I haven't talked about, and it's going to be everything in this one video. So I'm working really hard on that. So I'm just going to throw in some easy streams because we need to keep you guys entertained until that point. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay. We stand with Janelle. Her fans are so gullible and deluded they will believe anything she says, even if it isn't the truth. Yeah, exactly. She did the same thing with those teen girls. Did Kira say something to you, Apoc, about Karen? No, she said it on her not the stream where she mentioned me or talked about me. I can't remember if she even mentioned Karen in that one, but in another one I know for sure. I think it was the stream prior to that one. She talked about how her and Karen aren't friends anymore, which, by the way, I am going to cover. Probably do a stream on this week because why not? No, I'm waiting for her. I sent her a DM, and she has seen it. She just still hasn't said anything. But to her credit, it is Kira, the person who said that she ignores her friends. So what do I expect? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. She might want to do it. She might just be waiting to set something up. I have no idea. I definitely want to hop on there because, we got some questions to ask. And, of course, we got to be respectful and all that. And I told her that, it's her platform. We got to respect that. And I'm just glad to be on and have a discussion. But that's all just really up to her because I have no idea what she wants to do. Like, she sounded eager. And Hannah was like, let's do this right at the bat. But who knows? It is quite funny, though, how she was like, saying how I'm one of the drama channels that she likes, which is really weird, and that I'm factual, but she doesn't watch the videos on me. I wonder why. Yeah, I know. We need to get Kira. Okay, so if people want it to happen for me, Apoc, to go on Kira's podcast, I suggest you guys go over to Beneath the Sheets podcast and comment something nice. Nothing, no harassment, no nothing, but something nice. And asking for her to do it because I'm definitely willing, and I know a lot of people want to see it, and I even know some fans of hers want to see it. So I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I'm here for it. Janelle was addressing it online, and now is talking to DCP about Jess. Yeah, I heard about that. Not a very good idea on Janelle's part because she doesn't know DCP very well. But, it is what it is. She should come on here, though, so we can dive deep. Anyways, let me get some water. And, let's just get to it. Let me know if you guys can hear this. You should be able to hear this. I'm doing it this way, by the way. I'm trying to do more streams because I like to do them, and I know you guys like them. So let me know if you guys can hear everything fine. I definitely want to get a different setup. I have something out here I don't know, I kind of like this, to be honest, for now. But I'll have some other videos out soon. But stream for now, and this is what it's going to look like.
Drugs, people who are not. Let's see, I'm talking too much. 30 shots for turning 30. I think no.
All right, you guys can hear that, right? Let me know. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get a good streaming setup going on. I just need to figure it out exactly what I want. This area where I built would be great, but it's really affected by weather because it's just like an open kennel, just surrounded by tarps. So it would like kill my PC if I brought out here to do a stream.
I vote no on that one, guys. I don't think that would end well. I really don't think that would end well.
She gonna talk? Come on.
This is so much. Yeah, a toxic lifestyle that didn't align, which is fine. And I think that she felt replaced, which I'm
kind of curious about like the toxic lifestyle. Now, I will say one thing, right? And it's like when it comes to people in your life, and if there's toxicity, I've shunned people from my life. I've shunned my own sister from my life because she was toxic. She was extremely toxic, and you have to get rid of those people. Otherwise, they're just going to keep walking all over you, or they're going to just keep bringing negativity, bad energy, like to your life. So once you do it, it feels great. It sucks you have to do those things even to family, but those family members can screw you over. So why would I keep them in? But anyways, so if you have to shun somebody from your life because they are living a toxic lifestyle and you don't want that toxicity to trickle onto you or to your family, that's completely understandable. But it's kind of, I don't know, the way JesssFam talked about this, it's just really weird. And I don't know, definitely more details need to come out for sure. And to be fair to Janell, JesssFam is someone who twists things and also wants to play victim and always comes online. This video that JesssFam put out wasn't her defending herself. That's not what it was at all. She didn't want to clear things up. She made this video to just shit on Janell. This is a Janell hit piece right here. And Janell has made it clear on her Instagram that what JesssFam said is a lie. Because JesssFam likes to twist things. Or at least that's from her perception. I don't know. I definitely want to know more. So yeah, we need to get Janell on this channel so we can get down to the meat and potatoes of all this.
I'm gonna say something, and I hope that the right people see this.
The right people see this.
People tried to say, because she posted something about being replaced, and people were like, "Oh, it's Talia." It was not Talia. It was with Rosalind.
Okay. So one thing I noticed from JesssFam within this video too is that because Janell feels like that it was Sunkiss's mama, Talia, who replaced her. And that's, how Janell feels, and that's valid. Okay, but JesssFam's like, nah, that ain't it. It was Rosalind, not Talia. Like, that makes it any fucking better. It doesn't make it any better at all. You still replace somebody with somebody else. And you don't, per se, really replace anyone. You know what I mean? Like, people are supposed to be, like, you don't replace somebody else. Even if they're toxic, you don't want to replace that person with somebody else. You just want to bring somebody else new or maybe somebody else closer within your life. It's not a replacement. So, but if anything, Janell's feelings are extremely valid because JesssFam just admitted that she did replace Janell. So how the hell is she supposed to feel about that? She ain't gonna feel happy, let me tell you. A show reached out to Jessica and the angle was me carrying a baby for that. What? I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you can add anybody. I'm on my phone, so I'm like for this live, I'm extremely limited compared to like what I know on the computer. So I don't actually know if I can invite her into the live. But again, I really would like to have her message me on Instagram if she hasn't already. Janelle, I'm on Instagram. At Jealous Hater, it's there. To have you on, and so we can discuss this further. For now, we're just doing this. Like I said, I need to learn how to bring people on. I have no idea. You know, I don't do enough. You know, I just don't. I would like to bring her in, but to be frank, I don't really understand how. Let's see. What's this? Oh. We tested StreamYard together to figure out how to add people. Oh, is that like an app, or is that on computer based? I think I went on BXB's Boys live, and he was using StreamYard. Is that an app? I don't even know. I would love to do it. Okay, she says she's at work. She can only listen, so we'll figure all that out later. But she's here, so she's here listening, so she's gonna want to do more. But anyways, we'll save that for a whole other video. Yeah, I'm on my phone right now, so I can't really do that, unfortunately. But after this today, I will go on my computer, figure all that out. So when Janelle is free, we will get down to the nitty gritty. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, everyone, hype up Janelle to come message me on Instagram so we can get this thing rolling.
So I'm just gonna say that. And she had some things going on, and again, I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna do any of that. But if you know,
I like how she is be like, I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna do any of that. But in a bit, she does do stuff like that. Maybe not name any names. I don't know. I don't remember. But she does spill some tea, bro. She does say some BS. JesssFam, her moral compass is fucked completely.
you know, and I tried to be there for her, and she got involved with someone who was a deadbeat dad and made very poor life choices, and I was like the number one person there. There's a lot.
Yeah, from what we've heard from Janelle, I highly doubt that Jess is the number one person helping her out in her life. I don't think that's the case, because she's felt replaced or left behind or left out. That screams that this person, Janelle, was neglected by Jess as a friend. So, yeah. Have fun being manipulated by Janelle. Yeah, okay. Have fun being manipulated by Jess. You don't think Jess is a manipulator? Jess is one of the biggest narcissistic manipulators on this platform. She literally is. She'll tell people, and no, it was in this one. But she'll tell people that her kids have full control to what's in the vlogs, but her kids can't watch the vlogs. Her kids can't go on YouTube. And we have a clip of Lilia, her own daughter, saying, "Well, Mom, that's not true because you put this in a vlog before, and I didn't prove it." So JesssFam is a manipulator. There you go. Right? We don't care. Maria can go. She can kick rocks for all I care. You know, you can make your points and have a discussion. We're cool, but you know, people do make stupid points and have stupid opinions. But hey, they're welcome to it. You know, JesssFam, the vloggers are the most manipulative people ever. They admit to faking things online. That's manipulation at its finest.
There's just a lot. And so it's like, oh, she wasn't there for me when I was going through shit. It's like, I got receipts. So
where the hell are they? You have receipts, prove them. You know, it's just so funny about Jess. Whenever she gets herself into something like this, just like with the three girls, right? She does this thing where she goes, I have receipts too. Or I have receipts to disprove you or debunk everything you're saying. And yet she never shows them at all. She never shows them. She always just says words. It's like word salad. She has no substance to anything she says. Why is it that whenever she gets herself into some drama or controversy or whatever, she doesn't have anything to back it up? When JesssFam was going through that stuff with those girls, I covered the girls. I had the girls on for an interview, and then I went on and invited JesssFam to come onto my channel for an interview with her to get her side, because she says people were twisting her words and they don't know all the story and this and that. The girls were keeping things. So I invited her on my platform to express herself and to be heard so we can hear her side. And she refused to do it. She said it wasn't necessary. But if it's not, but if you want people to believe you, you kind of need to prove yourself. And if all you're doing is saying, I have receipts, and you don't show anything, people aren't going to believe you. This video is on my channel. So we're just going through it right now. I posted it earlier, and we're just doing a live stream on it right now. I'll have Janelle's response tomorrow morning. I just need to upload it. Just won't do it because she needs to be the sole writer of the narrative. She doesn't want someone to ask hard questions. Absolutely. And she'll do the same thing with this situation, to be honest.
She didn't lose me, she lost everyone in her life. And I think that says a lot more about her than it does.
No. I think there's a lot of things we can say about Jess, and from what I hear, it was a choice to better herself, and she didn't lose people. She chose to step away to better herself and her mental state, and is making it better, and still is actively trying to make herself better, which is really admirable. You know, it's a hard thing to do, and I just find it so funny. Jess is just one of the most judgmental people ever on this platform, and she tells other people not to judge and to keep things to themselves. But she's the first one to hop on, tell you to be kind, but then literally in the next breath will also will do this stuff and just bash people and drag their name. You know, she's with those teen girls that she bullied. She said those girls were dragging her name when all they were doing was saying, we think you're wrong for A, B, and C. Yet here's Jess saying things that should not be said. This stuff should not be online. I mean, it is. We're gonna break it down because we're doing it. You know what I mean? But you know, we ain't taking Jess's side here. We're willing to hear her side, but we have seen Jess do stuff like this plenty of times before, and you know, on this channel, we are not gonna let her get away with it. Not gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can have a tell-all video from both. I would love to have Janelle on my channel, and I would love to have JesssFam on my channel saying the same things. And this isn't even trying to clout chase them. Of course, it'd do good for the channel, but to be real, that's what I want. That's why I want to have Kira, that's why I want to go on Kira's platform, because I want to have a discussion. I like to have dialogue. You know, and there's all sorts of bonuses to that, you know, social media wise, you know, subscribers, money, monetization, this and that. But Like, I actually do like to have discussions. It's not all about money, you know?
Yeah, including her daughter and her mom. So.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meet.
Sorry.
And there's more.
Someone's commenting like a bunch of like receipt emojis, but there's literally no receipts. Why are Jess and Kira not friends anymore? I don't know what you're talking about. They went to Nashville not that long ago. They're still friends. Kira just talked about JesssFam, how she would love to hook up with her on her podcast like the other day, you know? Oh, Janelle. just when you get some free time away from this stream, just go back in my videos. I'm riddled with the last like month of just okay baby stuff. There's a lot to unpack here. You might need a free weekend binge night because there's a lot to unpack.
I mean, she was drinking and driving. She got pulled over. Her daughter was like a child, was like my child. But the lack of supervision got out of control to the point where I didn't want my daughter around that. And I think anyone on TikTok knows what I'm talking about.
Look, understandable if there's something like that going on, but we need to know the full context. Jess doesn't tell the truth. Jess is the one that twists everything and anything. So that's why I want Janelle on my channel, so we can have a discussion and actually unpack what she just said. Now here's the thing, if Janelle, is drinking and there's issues, like, this is understandable why you would be like, I want to pull your kid away. But like, there needs to be some conversation or something going on with that so people can fully understand, what the issue is. But here's the thing, you also need to have a understanding, which JesssFam lacks any sort of understanding of anything. And she's pretty ignorant. And I'm not saying that you have to necessarily deal with it, but you also need to understand if a person's going through something and the reason why they're doing these things, like, you do need to be there for them. I understand how it can be hard, but imagine the person going through it, you know what I mean? Mental health stuff is really, really rough. And you would think Jess would have some sort of, empathy at all for that, for someone who apparently never experienced mental health until she got COVID because she was intermixing households with Talia, got sick, and couldn't go to Disneyland. And so she was quarantined for 2 weeks. I understand she was away from her kids, and that's a little hard, but to be honest, I just think she just wanted to go to Disney. She hopped on, like a few days after the 2 weeks and went right to Disney, not wearing a mask. Don't really think she was all that affected.
Yeah, her daughter's with her mom, and she'll just visit occasionally.
I'm just kind of curious as to why she's saying any of this, because her little cronies don't need to know any of these details, and I know she gets in a little bit more, but these are unnecessary details. If you're defending yourself, okay, fine, but why are you saying stuff like this that other people don't need to know unless she's putting on there, you know what I mean? Yeah, I stopped following her, and thank God I did. I know, Jess is insane, man. Jess is so bad. She's up there with like the Prince family level, you know what I mean?
I knew something fishy was going on. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say it. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to say it, but I think it needs to be said.
No, it doesn't. She just wants to say it because JesssFam loves stuff like this. She'll pretend that she doesn't, but she loves it. she on the podcast that she has with the other two and Chris, Gabe, and the other one, the blonde one. I don't know her name. But anyways, they have an episode which I haven't covered, which I'm gonna cover now. I'm gonna cover it. I always want to, anyways. But in the podcast, it was about kind of addressing haters. You know what I mean? And so, anyways, they literally state that you shouldn't say these things. You shouldn't say certain things to people because it can hurt their feelings and it's hateful and this and that, right? Okay, great message. Okay, fine. But then, for one, look at this example. But aside from that, in the next breath within that podcast, just states, her friend even states, and it just agrees, I think that's what happened, was that you can think those hateful things. You can be this or that. You can be judgmental. You can hate people, whatever. Just don't say it out loud. So don't condemn those thoughts in general. Just keep them to yourself. What? That's literally what they said. I know. I need to break that down because just wow, wants to be able to mind their business about her life, but also doesn't mind her business about. Yeah, exactly. Like she doesn't mind putting other people's dirty laundry or life out there online against their, consent or will. But she says, don't bother me about my life, even though she's a family vlogger and exploits her children and showcases everything within her life, except cracked screens. Jesus.
Yeah, and multiple car accidents. I mean, there was a lot, and I don't. Yeah, the TikToks. That's what I'm saying. If you know, you know. It was sad, and it was really hard for me, and.
Oh, poor JesssFam, Poor Jess. Should feel bad for her.
She had a lot going on in her life, but I did too.
Oh,
I lost.
Okay. Here we go.
Someone who was the same month that she says that I fell off the face of the earth to her was the same month that I lost my Grammy.
Okay, so, I understand how it can be hard to be there for someone who also is, like, while you're going through stuff, it's hard to be for other people. But if they're there for you, you know what I mean? And you're not there for them, it's kind of pretty messed up. But, see, what she just did here was go, yeah, I know she was going through stuff, but I was too. She did the same exact thing with those 3 girls. I reference it. I keep referencing those teen girls that JesssFam bullied because it's so relevant to what's going on here. Like JesssFam bullied teen girls, and she blamed her mental state for it. So when Janelle is going through stuff, right? So Janelle's going through stuff. She's having her own mental issues. She's spiraling. And, she needs a friend but doesn't have one apparently. And she acts out or whatever. Okay, let's go with that. But it's not okay for her to do any of those things. And you want that toxicity out of your life. But when JesssFam bullies teen girls and drags their name and then gets her community to bully them and then posts it on her stories laughing at a grown women calling 14, 15-year-old teenage girls bitches, it's fine. It's dandy. You know why? Because, well, her mental state, guys, she got COVID by intermixing households and not being careful. She wasn't, she claims that she goes above and beyond for, the rules for COVID or the mandates or whatever, but then she intermixes households and then literally gets sick. And then 2 weeks later, after quarantine, goes to Disneyland unmasked in Florida. So it's not really above and beyond, if you ask me. But anyways, so it's okay for her to act out when her mental state is whack. But when someone else is actually spiraling and having major issues, it's a problem. That's what we call a hypocrite. Contradictions. There's big problems here. Let's see. Jessica coming after girls just 3. years older than her own daughter, tells you everything you need to know. Yeah, exactly. No doubt, no doubt. Sorry, I'm going to grab some popcorn. Yeah, well, we're here. We'll be here for a little bit. We're only like 35 minutes deep, and I have we're only like 3.5 minutes into the video, so there's a lot. There's a lot to break down. I'm gonna have to turn on the light so it doesn't get dark. Okay.
And then it was just like, oh, so. I know it is sad. It really is sad, and I mean, I wish nothing but the best for her. I really.
She wishes nothing for the best for Janelle, but proceeds to shit on her in the next breath. Typical JesssFam.
Yeah. But she just, I mean, she lived a completely different life than I did, which was fine. And I was cool with just like separating and doing our own thing. I think that's okay. That's so fine to like go off and, what did she say when, okay,
Okay, so I'm very confused because she just said, you know, she's fine with separating and then going separate ways. Okay, that's fine. And, you know, it can be fine, but, like, what's the context to that? Why did that happen? You say because of, you know, toxicity and she was doing this and that, but did you... I'm just really curious. Is it like an Oscar and Kira situation where they didn't talk about it ever? I remember in her live, Janelle said that they had a couple conversations, but I'm like, was there this conversation where you guys were gonna separate, you know? I don't know, man. Super weird. Give me 1 second. You guys chat amongst yourselves. I'm gonna turn on this light because it's starting to get a little dark in here. Okay. Alright, that's a little better, huh? Have the light facing the other direction because I can't stand to look at those ring lights, man. They blind me. Hurt my eyes.
it's just, I guess we're gonna talk about this. What did she mean when she said you wouldn't allow her over? She worked on the front lines of COVID, and that's gonna have drama, right? Personally, how I handle it is very different than anyone else can handle it. But my family is very, very crazy about it. And so in the beginning, she refused to get the vaccine.
So, hold up. So, her family is crazy about COVID. Like, they don't want to get it, okay? But isn't that her too? Isn't that supposed to be a thing? And then your family is crazy about COVID, yet you get COVID by intermixing households. Then you quarantine for 2 weeks, and then literally within 5 days after quarantine, you fly off to Florida, a place with very little restrictions based around COVID, which is fine. But you fly off to Florida with little restrictions, no mask mandate there, and you're not even wearing a mask at Disney. But you're using the excuse, the reason why you didn't see Janelle was because of COVID mandates, or not COVID mandates, because she was a COVID nurse, which is, by the way, highly respectable, heroes. But you have an issue with her being a COVID nurse and don't want to get sick, but you fly off to Florida to go to Disney without wearing a mask, a state with little restrictions, after claiming that the reason why you were picking on those girls was because you had mental issues from being away from your family for 2 weeks and being sick. That doesn't make any sense at all, because why the hell would you go to Disney and not wear a mask and whatever else I just said? if your family is crazy about COVID. So they don't care that you do that, but they care that your friend's a COVID nurse. Boy, plot holes, you know what I mean?
She was working on the front lines, and so that was like kind of the thing that started it. And then I left it at that because I didn't want to spill all her tea. Like that's not my thing to put out there.
Not her thing to put out there, but she's about to do it. She's been doing it. What? What? Dude. JesssFam's insane, man. I'm starting to really think that there's something wrong with her brain. Because the shit she says, man. Yeah, her kids are unvaxxed, which is fine, like, cool. But how you gonna care? Like, your family cares so much about Janelle being a COVID nurse, but doesn't care about all your traveling and every single time you broke mandatory, like, quarantine rules. I mean, and I understand, like, her grandma passed, I understand she needed to get to Florida. Okay, fine. Like, that's understandable. But if we legit actually look at it, she broke COVID rules because she was supposed to quarantine, after flying to New York, but she didn't. Which, listen, I understand, but it goes against what she says.
And so I left it at that, and I'm like, you know what? No one needs to know anything more than that. And I'm cool with it just being that. And
selling physical products.
Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments. No, this is not nothing to do with people fucking being vaccinated or not. It has nothing to do with it. But in the very beginning of the pandemic,
This chick hasn't stopped traveling. What the hell is she talking about?
Family had strong opinions about it. Did I?
Her family has strong opinions about it. Bro, you have a strong opinion about it. And aren't you gonna hate on your family? Because you literally shit on people all the time for them having an opinion about COVID. Whether it's being crazy about it or not being so crazy about it. But you say you don't want to put things out there and yet you clickbait it. But you don't want to put them out there for other people's opinions, but you use it as content and monetize it? Okay.
Not really. I don't really give a fuck. But I live with older people who do have strong opinions, and so at first it was kind of messy.
What the hell is she talking about? This is the same chick, right? And we have a clip of it. We have a clip of it that, like, exists on my channel, I believe. I don't know. I'll probably make a separate video on this. Apoc style. Give her the old Apoc treatment. Throw in that clip of her literally shitting on people for having a personal choice. Because she's also a pro-choicer, right? I mean, that's what I'm going to assume. But she shits on people for having a choice or having opinions about, like, the vaccine or the pandemic or whatever, and says, and this was 2020, I believe, and she's like, don't you guys want things to go back to normal? I don't understand why they don't. Just get the vaccine. Just get it, You guys eat junk food like Ho-Hos and Twinkies, but, you won't take the jab? That's literally shitting on someone's own personal choice of what they want to do with their body. And yet you're saying you don't care? All she's been doing on her channel, bro. All she's been doing on her channel is telling people to get vaccinated. Didn't she do a sponsorship on it? So what the hell is she talking about? You know what I mean? Oh. Is that really Jess? Interesting. Hey Jess, you should DM me on Instagram. Let's hear your side of the story. No texting. Yeah, I see that. Hey man, JesssFam's here for the tea too, you know what I mean? We're gonna get it. I mean, last time I tried to talk to Jess, like I said, I tried to talk to her to get her side of the story for the teen girls. She said she had receipts and wanted to talk, but didn't want to do it. But, you know, I think this is also another very serious situation. And, I mean, Jess, here's your opportunity. You got me in your DMs, you know. We talk to each other. So, if it is you, if that's you, I don't know, some people put weird names. Some did with OK Baby. They put OK Baby in their name and had the same thumbnail and they pretend to be OK Baby when in the beginning of their breakup or whatever. But Jess, if this is you, please feel free to DM me on Instagram or I'll DM you later. And we can sort this out and we can see if you want to give your side because, Janelle's gonna go on DCP, the Creep Canadian, which I'm highly against, you know, and I don't know. If you're down, I'm down. But we will continue forth.
But anyway, that was a very small percentage of it. That was only just like the front. But my point with that is that was what I masked it as because I didn't think that it needed to be more. I didn't think it needed to be explained more, when in reality, there was a lot going on behind the scenes. So that added on to it. I don't give a fuck about don't vaccinate, fine. Do you, boo?
She does care. Again, like we just said, Jess has been somebody who has put, or telling people, I think she even had a sponsorship, telling people to get the vaccine. Shaming people for their own personal choice. So this energy is new. Hey, you know, maybe this new energy, maybe this new tune she's singing about not getting the vaccine, maybe the reason why is because the mandates and restrictions are about to go away. And so maybe, since they're gonna flutter away, JesssFam's opinion on people getting the vaccine or whatever, or pushing so hard for it, will flutter away with it. It's just like her going to Florida after the 2-week quarantine. Her thing about doing more, you know? Her thing about doing more or going above and beyond went away when she went to Florida, because going above and beyond would be like wearing a mask and wearing a mask in a state that doesn't have a mask mandate. You know what I mean? Well, to be fair, Jess, I don't know if she's still here or not, but to be fair, if it is you, I don't even know. Like I said, somebody important. But if it is you, Jess, she said she was at work, so maybe she kind of had to go. You know? Some people do have to, or some people, when they work, they don't have so much freedoms. I know that's one thing you don't understand, because you are based around social media. That's your job, that's what you do, and you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want. But when people work outside of social media and work jobs, especially her job, it's not so much freedom, you know what I mean?
I love you still. But my reality was that anyway, that part is irrelevant. It doesn't really have anything to do with it, but I would call her, I would text her, I'd meet up with her. I met up with her at Chevy's for 5 hours and talked to her about all of this, and all of a sudden I went on a trip and she wasn't invited, and I used to pay for her. I would invite her and her daughter on trips with us and pay for all of it. And as soon as I stopped doing that, she hated me. And it was just like...
Look, I mean, you know, to be fair, nobody owes anyone anything when it comes to that, you know. She doesn't have to take her to Disney or whatever. But, you know, if you are doing something that's a pattern and then you just stop, you know, maybe she was mad at you. She didn't hate you. She probably was mad at you for not doing it anymore and then taking other people. Again, that's the whole thing based around her feeling like she was replaced or left out, which somebody who's going through mental issues is a really big deal. I mean, just in general, it's bad, but just imagine somebody going through all that in their head. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's mental health stuff is just so hard to understand. I'll say Janelle's still here. Look at that. JesssFam doesn't know what she's talking about. If it is Jess, I don't know. Someone tried to play OK Baby last time in a stream, so who knows?
I don't know. I'm not even reading your comments. I feel like I should. Is she talking about the girl who just moved from Hawaii? No. I love Talia. And for people to say, oh, like, Talia, she fucking has nothing to do with this.
Well, she does, because she felt like Talia was the one to replace her position as your friend, but even if that's not the case and it was Rosalind, who really cares? Like, what does that do? Because when you think about it, like I said earlier, when you get like I said earlier, when you get replaced, it doesn't matter if it was Talia or Rosalind or somebody else. It's you got replaced. That's just what it comes down to. It doesn't make it any better at all. It's kind of like, oh, what was it? Oh, there we go. Backtracking to the 3 teenage girls getting bullied by Talia and Jess, right? So they said that they got sick because of, like, I think it was the road trip or something like that, right? Or somebody came from road trips. I don't know. It was something like that. But then Talia and Jess were like, no, it actually wasn't that. It was actually this way. We got sick intermixing households, not cars or something like that. So it just kind of reminds me of that, where it's like, okay, it doesn't really matter. One minor detail was like off, but it doesn't take away from like the point or what's being said, you know? I don't know. It's crazy, man. I would love to know why Jess preferred to share publicly instead of calling Janelle on her cell. I'm sure you have the info, even if Janelle blocked you on Instagram. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like she says that, you know, she doesn't want to like put her, you know, anybody's dirty laundry out or tea and whatever, but then she just like literally does that, but doesn't do the thing that she says she wishes Janelle would do. Okay, if you want Janelle to message you privately, then why didn't you do that? But the first thing you do is to hop on Instagram and do what you're doing, do what you do every single time, play victim, get your affirmations from your little cronies, and then indirectly send them to go hate and bully other people, because that's what happens. And they know the power that they pull on their audience.
But end of the day, she just lives a completely different life than I do. My life is consumed with my job and my kids. And
her job is vlogging, picking up a camera. And I know she does brand deals or whatever. But understand, vloggers have so much freedom. They can pick, they don't have to do, see, here's the thing. When you have a job, right? Like, you work at a store, you're a cashier, you have to check people out. You're told when to go take a break. JesssFam can go to Disney 7 times a year and ask nobody for permission. That's the difference. And then get paid for being on vacation. Like, literally get a hotel or get a free trip to Disney. Well, regular people have to work for that. There's a huge difference between a real world job and a social media based job. You know what I mean? Like, this, what we're doing right now, you know, yes, I'll get paid for this stream. And I'm talking with you guys and this and that, it's technically, you know, work, but like, what's the hardest thing I'm doing right now? I'm talking to you guys and breaking down the video. Let's be real here. It is no work. It is no work at all to pick up a camera and vlog your children or your life and then to edit. The editing is the biggest thing, which can take, you know, maybe a couple hours to 3 hours. But that's not that much, especially if you like only post every other day. That means you're filming one day and editing the next, or you're splitting the edit time. It's really not all that difficult. You know what I mean? So what Jess says here is just whack for sure.
She had other priorities, and so we just went on different paths. And you can there was an occasion that happened at her daughter's birthday party where, and this
So this is one thing that bothered me, because this right here was so unnecessary. This did not need to be said. We'll watch it and then I'll kind of give my comments on it.
was kind of the end for me. Not the end, it wasn't the physical end. But and unfortunately, how we were raising our kids was so different. And at her daughter's birthday party, I brought Lilia over because they were best friends. I fucking really went full. I really said full send, huh?
Yeah,
she. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're not. No,
it was
she's
one
not.
of the last times that Lilia hung out with her.
Oh my God, get it out.
Lilia came over to me and she was extremely uncomfortable. And she talked about how her daughter and the whole group of friends were talking about how they all smoke. And they take their parents' cigarettes. And this was at her 10th birthday party.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it right now. I think I found the single.
Yep, damn it. Blame me, I'll put them in. I monetize the video. Alright.
So, anyway, my whole point with this is that
Okay.
there's more, and I'm not.
Okay. Listen. So basically, right? Hey, nice to see you too. Leave your name anyways, because I can't actually see you. But, so, let's set the stage here. So she's talking about an incident that Lilia had over at Janells, because their kids were friends. And Lilia, they were like, the little girls or whatever were talking about like smoking cigarettes or whatever, right? And she was uncomfortable with that, came to JesssFam. Okay, that is fine, that makes sense, you know? Go to your mom for something that you're uncomfortable with, perfectly fine. So here's the issue, is that what JesssFam just said right there, right there, was that they were raising their kids differently. Now, obviously parents raise their kids a whole lot differently, but here's the issue, is that she's making it seem like Janell just allowed that to happen, right? When it's well known that kids sneak shit and they do things behind parents' backs. And was Janell just sitting there with the whole crew of little girls and them saying, yeah, man, we all smoke and toke out together? No, I don't think so. Pretty sure it was just little girls. And I remember in Janell's response video, which I'll post tomorrow again, she says that, you know, when she was younger, she didn't allow that, and she talked to her daughter about that. But when she was younger, you know, she used to like just take cigarettes and pretend to smoke them or whatever, right? Because kids do that stuff because they want to be cool. Yes, kids do that. So, you know, but Jess made it seem like that Janell co-signed on it and was cool with it by saying that right there. That's horrible. That's horrible to say. See, right there, she's twisting stuff. You know, and it's like, did you not talk to Janell? Or did you just take Lilia away and to never see her friend again? Did you not talk to Janell to try to figure out the situation? Like, maybe she did. But it's like, then don't you understand? Like, I would get why JesssFam wouldn't want Lilia to be with her daughter if, like, that's the case, because you don't want that around your kids. Okay, fine. Nothing against the kid either. Kids do dumb things. We all have. We've all were kids once, you know? And, you know, we make bad decisions, and even adults, we still make really bad decisions, you know what I mean? And, but you can't blame a little kid for that stuff, especially for a kid who's sneaking around, just maybe pretending or even smoking cigarettes. My brother, who's a lot better right now, wasn't sneaking around doing stuff. He was really bad. He was really bad, and that's no shade towards him, but like he had a problem, you know, between for like 3 years. He just turned 18, but he had a huge problem, and he was. I wasn't living in the home, right? I wasn't there, and his dad isn't there, but to be a father figure, but so it was just my mom, and she doesn't know how to raise a son on her own like that. But he was like uncontrollable, you know what I mean? So kids get like that these days, kids really do be like that where they're uncontrollable. Bro, you guys don't even know. My oldest sister, the one I showed, by the way, which I said earlier if you didn't hear, for my own reasons, because she's toxic, but my oldest sister, her daughter, who's super young, way worse than my brother. You know what I mean? There's so much to unpack with that. I'm not gonna dive deep because that's not my tea to spill. But I'm just saying that kids are starting to do some really whack things, and sometimes it's behind their parents' back, or it's just extremely uncontrollable. You know what I mean? Exactly, That's what I'm saying. Like, I did crazy shit. I'm not putting my dirty laundry out there. I did crazy stuff too. I wasn't like, a pothead or an alcoholic or anything like that myself. But I did other things that were like, no, you know what I mean? And now with myself, I'm like, damn, that was dumb. You know what I mean? Well, I stopped. I'm not saying I never smoked either, too, by the way. I have. I used to grow. I don't know if I have the video up anymore, but I discussed one of my old careers I did like 3 or 4 years ago now. It's crazy. It's been that long, but where I grew marijuana, legally, all legal. But I definitely smoked heavily back then, but I don't do it anymore. And I stopped. One of the reasons I stopped too is because my body was low on potassium at the time, and when you're low on potassium is very important for anyone. Here's some health tips. Potassium, extremely important. It is literally helps. Potassium helps your cells in your body pump other, like vitamins and minerals and this and that into your body and absorb it. And if you don't have a lot of potassium in your body won't absorb it, and then your body would just not function correctly. And so at that time, I was just really lacking potassium. And what happened was I had a heart palpitation, a really, really, really bad one. And at the same time, I was high. Bro, it was insane. It was like 2 hours of my heart just beating out of my chest, the hardest I ever felt. It scared the hell out of me, even to the point where I was like, yo, I gotta get called an ambulance or something. But I told myself, like, don't do it, because you're gonna freak yourself out even more if you do, because then you're like, something's wrong. So I just lay down on my floor for like an hour and let my dogs lick my face. It's crazy. But anyways, that's a whole other thing. You know what I mean? That's a whole other thing. Just the point is, make sure you're getting in your potassium, because otherwise you're going to be out of commission.
So, anyway, my whole point with this is that there's more, and I'm not perfect. I'm fucking so far from it. Like, I'm...
Oh, don't worry. We know, sis. We know.
I could have been a better friend, I'm sure. But the point is that there's just so much more behind it, and it's not as simple of just... She left me when I needed her. Like...
I mean, that's how she felt. You know what I mean? And again, that's why I want Janelle on here, so we can get her story. I want JesssFam on here so we can get her story. But I highly doubt that Jess will do anything, because Jess doesn't want to do stuff like that. If she does, I'll be shocked. I'll be stunned, because, again, she doesn't do stuff like this. But it is going against her name a little bit more than the bully stuff, so who knows. Apoc, look at what Jess said. What, here? Did she say it in here? Oh, I gotta scroll up, man. I haven't been reading any of the comments. My bad. Janelle, you definitely did, and left a mess in my backyard, or in my yard from it. I don't know. Is that really Jess though? You know what I mean? I don't know. Again, like I said, somebody pretends. Some people are weird and pretend. Okay, someone pretend to be Kira from OK Baby in one of the breakup streams I was doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Click on it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't, like, for me. For me, I'm on my live on my phone, so I can't really access it. You know what I mean? Here, I have an idea. Give me a second. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Here. Okay. So here, this will solve the problem right here. Hey, look, there's me. Okay. Oh, by the way, if anyone's messages aren't going through, right? It's because I'm on my phone, and sometimes people say things and YouTube flags it, and I have to approve it. When I'm on my phone, it doesn't show that at all. So if your comments aren't showing up, that is why. Try to rephrase what you're saying so that it doesn't get flagged. Because I'm not on my computer. I can do it here, but I'm not going to really be here. I'm just trying to see something real quick. I can't tell. I can't click on it. There we go. Go to channel. Yeah, see right there. It's not Jess. See that? This isn't Jess. See that? It's probably that same person. So I went to the channel, Jess, same picture, whatever. No subscribers, no videos, no nothing. It's a phone. It's a great big phony. Simple. What a joke. To be honest, I didn't really think it was Jess because it's kind of out of her character a little bit, so I don't know. But I'll message her later, see if she wants to get her story out. I don't know, because I'm definitely, I'm here for it, but don't get your hopes up, man.
What about your daughter who needs you? Damn, I'm gonna get shit for that. I'm so sorry.
Whoa, hold up.
She left me when I needed her. Like, what about your daughter who needs you?
Bro, that's messed up. So, no wonder why Janelle wants to, like, speak out against Jess. Because here she is saying that, you know, Jess left her or whatever, but what about your daughter? That's none of your business. And from Janelle's response, she said it was because she was making a better choice for her daughter. Imagine how hard that was for her to do, because she's mentally unwell, she has problems, and she's trying to better herself. And she had to step away to become better for her. That's really shitty of Jess to say that right there. Extremely shitty. And she's like, I don't want to spill any tea. But then says that. But then says stuff like that. That's disgusting. Gross. Gross.
Damn, I'm gonna get shit for that. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't even get the liquid courage.
Yeah, the only time JesssFam needs the liquid courage is when Chris is with another female in the same room with Jess, doing things together, but she has to get drunk, sit in the corner, and cry herself to be able to go through with it. And you can just base that from cheating trauma. Okay? She can say some messed up stuff, so I ain't gonna be a filter, you know what I mean? But that's the reality of that. And if you question that, I do have a video, so go check that out.
Okay, I'm done. There's more. That's enough.
None of you need to say. But she's not done. She says she's done here, but she continues on.
That's enough. My point is that there's more to it, and it's not just. I think that if you know, you know, and if you look into it, I don't even think I needed to explain it really because it was already out there. Like, you could tell. If you know, you know. And I wish nothing but the best
Yeah. After she just shit on her. I wish nothing but the best for her. But what about this? I'm gonna put this out about her. But don't worry, I still have good intentions. Bro, that reminds me about my toxic sister, right? So, like, there's just so much toxicity and drama at the marijuana farm, because that's where it was. And legal, by the way, just to let everyone know. And there's just so much chaos there. And, you know, my Paige was staying with me at the time, and my sister, she's super, super jealous of, like, any female around, you know, my brother-in-law, her husband, and she was jealous over Paige. Like, she came to the farm because she was jealous to try to boot Paige out and just have me there, like to try to like break us up or something, or just send her back to Oregon because she was jealous. And then and then after all that and after so much more garbage, she was like, after I left, I moved back to Oregon, and she's like, bro, I you know we had good intentions. What the hell are you talking about, man? What? That's Jess too. That's what Jess is doing. I have good intentions. I wish nothing but the best for you. After shitting on her. That's what my sister did. Me and so-and-so have nothing but good intentions. But after 5 months of just shitting on you. Bro, get out of here.
Nothing but the best for her. I really do, and I hope that. I feel like I would unmask the children. That's great. Unmask your children. I don't give a fuck.
She does, though. I mean, she doesn't really care. She just wanted to go back to Disney. That's why she was telling everybody to get the jab or to mask up or whatever before. She'd been promoting and getting sponsored for it and everything. Was because she just wanted to go to Disney. Because her Disney trips were interrupted. She actually didn't care about the pandemic or people getting sick or people dying. None of that. She just wanted to go back to Disney. Magic Mountain or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? Bro, I've never seen somebody so obsessed with Disney. It's insane. Like, Disney's cool, but like, not like that, man. Come on.
You put your priorities in the right place by protecting your family. And it was hard because she was really such a good friend. Like, I
feel like it wasn't hard for her because from what it sounds like, at least from like what we have heard and what we're observing, is that they kind of just separated and didn't really talk all that much and just kind of went. So it's like, if she's such a good friend, then why didn't you try harder? Reminds me of Kira. Why are these people so alike? All of them. You know what I mean?
do miss her, but she turned into something. And she even said this in one of her videos. She surrounded herself around people who are making poor choices. Like, she even says this.
Okay.
And
But she acknowledges it and she doesn't do it anymore. The point is that she's bettering herself. Why are you still acting like she's still doing those things? That doesn't make any sense.
it was just sad to watch. It's like you can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. But at that point, it's like
She topped herself. She's bettering herself right now. So
my kids is around things. Like, there's things with her little. Yeah, there's more.
you can tell that Jess wants to say it, but she's trying so hard not to because she doesn't want to seem like a real see you next Tuesday or something, you know? But like you can tell that she wants to say it. You can see that. She wants to say it. She's been unfiltered this whole time. What's stopping her? You know what I mean? She's like, it's because she wants to give this perception that she's the bigger person. But every time there's drama, she hops right on it, has no issue bashing and dragging whoever is in her path.
Man, I'm gonna regret that. Oh well.
Oh wow.
And why did she
Not
show up to
gonna
Chris's
regret it.
birthday party but nothing else? I'm telling you, there's more. I promise you, there's more.
Yeah, guys, she has receipts, yet she's not gonna show a damn thing about it. Nothing. No receipts at all.
I'm sure. I hope someone's recording that. Yeah, I'm sure someone is. Don't worry, it's gonna be all out there now.
Bro, I recorded this so fast when I found out, and then I recorded Janelle's live so fast when I found out. I recorded Kira's stuff when she even predicted that I was gonna record it. You know what I mean? You're damn right we're recording this.
You fucking goddamn. Okay, I'm just saying when people start coming at me left and right for saying this, I hope y'all are gonna be backing me up in those comments because you fucking.
Yeah, see, back her up, guys. See, she's gonna spill the tea, and then she's gonna go hide and allow her cronies to do all her dirty work because she spread all this stuff. She spread the gossip and drama. You know, the stuff that she says that she doesn't like doing. So if you have that big of an issue with her, just do a 3-way live Insta and talk about it. Dude, she doesn't even need to do like an Instagram, you know what I mean? Or if you're talking about like us, like I would love to, but like I know I could see Janelle wanting to do it, but JesssFam won't ever do it. To be honest though, this shouldn't even be a line, and JesssFam and Janelle should like talk about this offline. Not that I blame Janelle for like putting her stuff out there, because she didn't do anything shady. She didn't say anything with any malice. She was just expressing herself, and she didn't say anything crazy. JesssFam's the one being spiteful and vindictive and saying some unnecessary shit that doesn't belong on here. Putting Janelle's dirty laundry out. Janelle didn't put Jess's dirty laundry out. But this is how she reacts. It's disgusting. Can someone explain to me what's going on between Jess and Janelle's drama between them? Janelle has her own channel where she kind of talks about how she felt replaced and distant or separated from Jess, and then Jess replies with this garbage, and then Janelle responded with hers, and I don't know. We're still kind of like in the middle of. We're still trying to figure it all out. You know what I mean? We're still here. We're doing it.
Told me to talk about it.
The worst part is that Jess will show nothing. No facts, no evidence, no proof, nothing, and her cronies will still believe her. It's gross. Truly, truly gross.
So, yeah. There's no,
Oop.
yeah.
Come on. Spit it out.
Don't see the light. Yeah, I agree. You stayed in a friendship, you're condoning the behavior. I know it, yeah. Right. I got your back. Sorry. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. And again, I'm not perfect. Like, I'm sure that there's shit that I'm sure.
You're sure what, that there's stuff that where Janelle's feelings are valid, stuff that you did wrong, yet you don't want to actually own up to anything? You're not even going to ask her, like, what? You're just going to go on Instagram and do what you do?
But
typical.
The thing is that I don't even think she knows fully.
I was just waiting for her to say
It was the
something.
fun of being an adult. I know.
Oh, God.
I know. What does Chris think about this? It's funny. She should say one of her lives like, "Oh, me and Chris get along great." Like they did. But I have a whole. I mean, I got receipts. I'm not gonna do it because it doesn't matter.
Okay. There it is, right there. So she has receipts, right? So she has receipts, but she's not going to do it. But she's going to put out misinformation or things or rumors or gossip or drama about Janelle, and she's just going to say those things, right? But she's not going to actually show any sort of proof at all because she's just not like that. But she'll put it out there. She just won't show the proof of it. Like I said, That's exactly who she is. Yeah, that laugh was pretty wild, wasn't it?
Like, it really doesn't fucking matter. But, like, they went into great detail about shit. Like, she would come over and smoke cigarettes and leave them all over our yard for my kids to pick up. And my kids don't know what that is. Like, they don't know. And no shade. Like, you're gonna live your life, whatever. If you smoke, I don't care. But, like, to come over to our house and leave it everywhere. And so Chris actually, like...
Didn't, like, Janelle, like, when she was drunk and an alcoholic, was over at Jess's drunk all the time and Jess didn't give a damn, but now she cares about cigarettes? Logic.
Kind of got into a fight with her about, like, bro, this isn't cool. Like, you can't come over to our house and just, like, leave this. So, I don't know. Crystal follows her. Honestly, I still followed her until she blocked me. So I don't even... I guess I automatically stopped following her when she blocked me. What happened? See, that's what I'm saying. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? And I was like, I don't even want to bring attention to it. If you know, you know.
I don't even want to bring attention to it. Yet you are on Instagram Live talking about it. She has hundreds of thousands of people on Instagram and over 1 million on YouTube. You know that this will get attention. If you don't want to have attention, you would have never said anything about anything, or maybe even just posted like a little caption with some words on just an Instagram story, but not a whole ass live where you're on for 30 minutes. I think it's actually more like 2018, something like that, where it's where she talks about it, you know, because she said at like 7 minutes that that was it. She wasn't going to talk about it. We are like 5-6 minutes more into that where she's still talking about it, but she doesn't want to bring attention to it, guys. Go figure.
If you don't need to. It's really not that fucking important. It's just like people who ask, like, I get so many questions, and I hope that answered your guys' questions. Because there's, yeah.
I got a lot of questions.
And again, like, jumping back to, never mind, I'm not gonna do that.
What stopped you from continuing? You're not gonna do that? She's about to say more stuff, spill more tea, throw out more dirty laundry, but she stopped. Why? She's continuing on this whole time.
What did she leave all over the house? It was cigarette butts.
Look, and I understand how that can be frustrating and how you have to, like, if that caused like an argument, because, you know, it is disrespectful to do that. You shouldn't be doing that. But I don't really think that's worth, like, breaking up a friendship over, you know what I mean? It's just a little stern talking to, you know? That's about it.
Outside. I'm pretty sure she blocked everyone that was following you. Maybe just, and I really didn't want, like, I wish she would have just, if she would have never said anything to begin with, people wouldn't even know, and then I wouldn't feel the need to, like, defend myself.
You're not really defending yourself. You're just shitting on her. Like, that's all you're doing. You're not doing anything else. You're putting out rumors and gossip with no proof. Even though she says she has receipts.
I feel like it's not, yeah, I don't know. I wish we could have just left it at COVID brought us away from each other, which was partially true, and not have to get into the nitty-gritty details of it. But in reality, it was a lot more. And it really stemmed from...
You know, she could just say, too, that it was just a lot more, right? She didn't have to say anything that she said. She didn't have to say none of it. She could have left it at, there was more, way more to it, guys. And just leave it like on an Instagram post, like I said. No, but instead, what does she do? She literally goes on Instagram Live and just drags her through the mud. JesssFam loves to claim that that's what people do to her and twist her words. But that's exactly what she's doing to Janelle. Absolutely. Absolutely.
My daughter's relationship with her daughter and the friends that she was around. And I was not okay with my daughter being around that. And Lilia was not okay with it either. She said that you guys... She said... Did she really say Talia was the reason I finished it? Because she's... That's the biggest sack of shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, because what does it matter? What does it matter if Talia replaced her or if it was Rosalind? It doesn't matter. She was still replaced. I don't know why Justin's acting like that makes anything better. Again, it reminds me of the situation with the 3 girls in Talia about how they got COVID. It doesn't matter how you got it. The fact is that you got it, and then you lie and say you go above and beyond, but you don't. You know what I mean? Just whack.
She didn't like Rosalind. And so when I started hanging out with Rosalind, it's not that she didn't like her, I think she felt threatened by her because I would hang out with Rosalind because Rosalind actually, like...
Imagine alive with Janelle, Jessica, and Apoc. Crazy. Dude, that would be a wild one. I probably wouldn't be able to get a word in edgewise, you know what I mean? I would love to do it, but I don't think Jess is willing to do it. But who knows? Maybe we can get her. I don't know.
Was a mom and enjoyed hanging out with her children. And so I brought Rosalind on one family trip with me, and because I didn't bring Janelle and Alina and didn't pay for them to go on this one trip, that's when she lost it. She texted me, "Wow, have fun," when she saw that I went on a trip with Rosalind. And I said, "Thank you so much. Like, we're gonna have a lot of fun." Like, not being mean. And she was like, "Yeah, with your new best friend." Like, it was...
Okay. So, to be real, let's look at it like this. Like, I don't know the timeline of this, right? But what if Janelle was still drinking and going through stuff, and she's still going through stuff? So maybe that can, if what she's saying is true, then maybe that kind of correlates. Sorry, maybe that kind of correlates with her behavior. If she's having mental issues, if she's drinking, maybe that's why she acted like that. But again, there's no empathy for her. She's just gonna look crazy or be the bad guy. Even though JesssFam is the one who says not to judge and be nice and be kind, but she's the biggest mean girl on the platform. Absolutely.
There's some... I'm telling you guys, it got pretty nasty. And I'm just like...
It's so funny. She says, I don't want to bring attention to it, but then she says stuff like that. There's so much more, guys. It got really nasty. All this is going to bring more attention, and all us commentary channels are going to talk about it. Going to get interviews with Janelle. It's going to blow up. This is just a couple days into it. Just wait, man.
People just assume that it was Talia because Talia moved here. And Talia's way too nice. It actually makes me... I did want to address that because people try to pull Talia into this, and it's like, she is like the coolest fucking human being on this planet. She has nothing to do with this.
I disagree, and the point is that Janelle felt like she was replaced by Talia, so she does have something to do with it in a way, you know? Not that she was shading Talia at all, but she was just saying that she felt replaced by Talia. Don't really see the big deal in it, you know what I mean? And Talia is a super clout chaser. She is a JesssFam carbon copy. I think she says it in here. I'm not sure. She says it somewhere. But Talia did stalk JesssFam in Hawaii and then moved to California so she can milk off of JesssFam's name to make money. That's what she did. JesssFam can say whatever she wants and be in denial, but that's what happened. It's kind of like what Alyssa Rose did with, OK Baby or Kiera from OK Baby. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they weren't actual friends, but what I'm saying is that they, people will do this stuff for money. Let's not pretend that's the case. I'm making money right now off this stuff, and I'm not even their friend.
It was the timing of her coming here and the timing, and people wanted to assume it was her. It had nothing to do with her at all. I'm digging myself deeper. I know,
but I'm gonna do it anyways.
She's acting like the goods and bads. You can have more than one. Exactly. You can have more than one friend, and when people try to act like you can't be friends with more than one person, it's just like.
That's not how she was acting. She felt like she was replaced. She wasn't acting as if you can't have another friend. You weren't being her friend. That was like the whole thing, you know? That's the whole deal.
Are we 12?
You're 12. You're in high school.
G's coming up here to live this.
Ads. Those are my ads too. I'm complaining.
I feel like we're all being like this. I told you guys I was bad. I should have shut up. But hopefully people will stop asking me now. Like,
they're not, because
I just want people to stop.
Because there were times where she was vague. She said there was a lot more to it, and that she doesn't want to bring attention to it, but it got nasty. So people are only going to ask more questions, especially with more that comes out. She wants it to die down because she doesn't like anybody talking about it, narcissism. But we doing it,
Asking. And like, I feel like I would have never talked about it if she didn't keep fucking bringing it up. And it's like, okay, if you're gonna keep talking about it, then I'll tell you what I gotta say. And again, there's more, but I think that's enough. I don't need to air all of her dirty.
That's a little vindictive, you know what I mean? Oh, well, you said this, so I'm gonna be worse. It's like that DCP mentality, you know what I mean? DCP's insane, and he's the same as JesssFam, same as Karen Qual, same as OK Baby. All these people are looped in together.
Laundry? That's why I stopped. I'll just leave it at that.
Didn't she say like 10 minutes ago?
What happened with Karen? Nothing. I just don't see her. I can't imagine how people ask the same things over and over. The job. Like, I as annoying as it is as a human being, like, fair enough. And I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want... I really like her. Like, I really do. So
Yet you shit on her. If you like someone and they're your friend and they're good friends like you just said, then why was your first action to come on Instagram and do something that you say you don't do, or you say that is wrong, but you want her to message you privately, yet you don't do the same? I don't know, maybe if you messaged her privately, she would have took the video down or cut out the segment with you in it. No, instead you do this, and it's going to be a whole lot worse. That's all there is to it, She said she doesn't want attention, but it's too late for that one.
I didn't want to have to say it, but it's just like, I don't know. It gets to a point where it's like she keeps talking about it. It's like, okay, then let me say my 2 cents. And again, I'm not perfect. Like, I'm sure she's. That's just why that was my end of it.
Did she already say that? I think she already said that. We don't need a reminder.
Love you guys. Feel like hell.
I think this might be it.
You said I blocked her? What the fuck? Definite?
Yeah, I don't care.
So, sorry. Maybe she does. Maybe I'm missing something, but
Oh, here we go.
sorry. She claims she has such a good relationship with her daughter. Maybe she does. Maybe I'm missing something, but
Yeah, because
she hasn't lived with her in years.
Okay, just because you don't live with them doesn't mean you can't have a good relationship with them. So you're judging based upon what you've
10-year-olds
observed.
should not be smoking. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't say that. That's just pissing me off that JesssFam has... It's so funny that Jess, right, is someone who tells others not to judge, but is just so judgmental. She gets mad that other people have opinions, but wants to express hers. She's such an insane hypocrite. Jesus, what's with all these long pauses?
Right there. Love that. There's not. Oh, I missed it. It just came up recently. I finally like brought it up with her, and she's not dumb. Like, she knows, you know, like.
There.
Was in butterflies. Yeah, and it's hard when you have. Yeah, I appreciate you. How's Lilia handled it? It just came up recently. I finally like brought it up with her, and she's not dumb. Like, she knows, you know, like, yeah.
Okay.
That they did, according to Lilia. I don't know if I should keep going. The family that I knew, it was actually the family that lived next door to my mom growing up. Like, I grew up with them, and their whole family's like, not their whole family, but they have like, they're like gang related and stuff. So like the whole family is.
Sorry, there's all these long pauses, bro. I think this might be it.
Oh no, I already answered that. This age.
I think that might be it for the
stuff. And so that's. Yes, Madison. Yes. Stand waiting, and like the magic is so strong at that age, so I love.
Okay, I think that's about it for that part, because I remember there was like a few minutes where she wasn't even talking about it. I think we're at the point now. Now I can kind of read some comments. You know what I mean? Probably easy if I actually just go to my thing. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go through my phone. Let's see. I feel like she's gonna do a live tonight. Well, I'll be there, or at least I'll be there later. You know, snag it, throw it up. You know what I mean? Gotta collect more kids to cash. Yep. Damn, she loves her camera. So. Dude, you want to report the facts to where your screenshots of all of Janells' stories in regards to Jessica. Well, the screenshots are there on our Instagram. You can go look at them. They're there. This is just a live stream, so I'm not really like doing that. They'll be there though, like in another video I cover. So they are both wrong. Okay, I love that when one of like a community, right? They know that their person's in the wrong, but they can't handle that. So what they do is they go, this person's wrong too. They can't ever just. It's like JesssFam going, yeah, I know she was going through stuff, but I was too. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The person wants the receipts, yet knows the receipts exist on Janelle's Instagram. Blows my mind, man. Hey, Apoc, do you think her YouTube channel will ever die? I think it's slowed down already a little bit. When she's just milking so much drama and stuff, so I don't know. She'll always make money off of social media, which is whatever, but will it die? I don't know. We'll see. They all do, you know. Hey, what's going on, Princetta? So something like that. I'm going through some old comments. On her podcast, just bullies and mocks. Everyone tried to express her mental health struggles. Really? I'll have to go look at that. Janelle only fired back. She barely did anything either, you know what I mean? She just expressed herself. Jess probably took the live down because her manager. Yeah, right? Never know. I don't think she paid for it, but I think Jess helped her get sponsored. I'm like way behind in these comments. I don't know any of that stuff. Okay. People make mistakes, but this was a choice. She chose to keep on and went way too far. Yep. Again, you know, there's nothing wrong with defending yourself, especially like when you know you're being wronged. But like when it comes to the point of you like going above and beyond or going way too far, like she could have said there's a lot more to it, you know, don't believe everything, and then maybe show some receipts and this and that, but she didn't do any of that. She just put dirty laundry out. She did typical Jess behavior and just shit on someone. That's what she did with those teen girls. When did she record that live? I think this is from a couple days ago. So she believed about his mental health on one podcast episode. She railroads over him to mock him. He even does it a bit with Chris. Oh, that's interesting. What episode was that? That's a good that can be something to talk about. You know what I mean? Can we talk about the? I'm way behind, so I'm just addressing some comments right now. Can we talk about the COVID crap? She concerned about Janelle on the front lines, not getting vaccinated, but throws a baby showers, parties, and travels all over. Yeah, I already talked about that, about how she had no problem traveling and how she even got COVID herself, and then 2 weeks later went to Florida Disney with no mask. She's one of the biggest hypocrites ever. Jess Online reminds me of my friends in high school. Oh, absolutely. Unfiltered Jess is really bad. Even filtered Jess is still bad. But unfiltered, bro, crazy. Passive aggressive. Absolutely, she's being passive aggressive. Spill the tea. Been spilling it. Wait, I thought Amber was cool. I love Amber. She only just opened the can of worms. Yeah. Let's see. I do enjoy some of Alyssa Rose's content, but I found it extremely weird when she visited Karen when she had Sutton back in 2018. They weren't even that close to begin with. It was probably just for like Kira. She's probably with Kira, right? Let's see. Talking about when Jess had her last baby, Janelle stayed at the house cleaning up the pool in her house. I know this because I too was cleaning up that pool. Janelle was too good of a friend for too long. What are you talking about? Who are you in relation to that? I don't even know. But if you got some tea, I got Instagram. You should go there and talk to me. Tell me who you are in relation. Because you couldn't take time to make time for me because her ego is out of control. She thinks she's untouchable. I know. Vloggers, bro. You know what I mean? Not just that. YouTubers. Okay. There's her offer. Okay, well, I'll get them later. I'll probably... I'm gonna throw up another video anyway, so I'll get the screenshots another time. Alright, well anyways, I gotta go to the bathroom, you know what I mean? I got some other stuff to do. I'm gonna go eat, and expect another stream tomorrow. I have, oh cool, wait, hold on. Podcast episode, Be Gentle, it's my first time. Okay, cool. So, I'll look at that, because that'd be, interesting to dive into. But anyways, yeah, so I'll catch you guys later. I'll post Janelle's response to this video tomorrow morning, and then maybe around the same time or earlier. Maybe I'll probably do a little earlier. I'm gonna do another stream, and I guess we'll just dive into that, or I might do the Karen McCall one. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.